My name is Brooke, and I'm the founder of My LA Therapy. And I wanted to talk about the most important things to think about when you're looking for a therapist. The most important thing is that you feel comfortable and safe with that person. I know that sounds really obvious, but you'd be surprised how many times people tell me that they felt their therapist was secretly judging them, or they felt awkward around that person. They didn't feel that person was warm and authentic. And it is so critical that you feel comfortable and safe, because an aspect of therapy that is really at the heart of it is integrating the parts of ourselves that are painful to look at, that are cut off, that are dark and scary. Being able to admit things that you've never been able to admit to anyone. That's the whole point of therapy, is having a safe space to uh, see things that you haven't seen before. And in doing so, as we integrate those parts of ourselves, we can come to a more authentic experience of ourselves within relationships and within our own experience of ourselves. Um, and so that kind of, what some people or Jungians would call shadow work, learning to integrate the shadow and the dark parts of ourselves, is really predicated on feeling safe and comfortable. And so that is the most important thing. Another really important thing to think about when you find a therapist is whether or not they challenge you. I also hear a lot that, people go to therapy and they go, "Oh, my therapist was so supportive and they were a great listener." But they just listened. They didn't really give me helpful feedback. They didn't give me action steps. They didn't challenge me to look at things in a new way. They didn't offer valuable insight. And that is another vital thing that is the point of therapy. So if your therapist isn't challenging you to look at things in a new way, and you don't feel like they are pushing you to see things differently, that's a problem. You really need to find someone who is offering you a unique perspective. And finally, you need to find someone, especially in these early stages, you want to be asking questions about how they work and how they conceptualize the work that they do. Because as a therapist, you really need to understand how what you're doing is working and why, and be able to articulate that clearly to the people that you work with. If you don't have a conceptual framework, then you may have some skills, but you're kind of flying blind. You really want to have a robust theory of change and a competency in terms of the way you speak about your methodology and your modalities, and how you help people change. So, just in summary, you have to feel really comfortable with them. You need to feel challenged by them, and they need to be able to speak confidently about their work and how it works and how it's going to help you. So let me know if you have any questions. Our site is mylatherapy.com. Our handle is at mylatherapy. You can text us, email us, submit a contact form. We would love to talk to you if you need any more help or have any questions.